You know what they say. Keep it balanced. Keep it cute. But baby, my balance, it comes from above. So step light. Hold your head high. We gon' praise and still look fly. Weighing every season, heart on one side, truth on the other. Grace in my walk, glory in my cover. Step to the left, I'm aligned. Peace in my heart, made of mine. Wrist shining, Bible in my bag. Gold on my neck, Savior in my swag. Born with the scales in my head. Still I lay it all in His plan. Measured by mercy, not fame. He called my star by my name. I'm a Libra in the light, standing tall in my faith. Pretty smile, holy style. I got heaven on my face. When I move, when I glide, it's the grace in my stride. Balanced by the blood, that's my scales and my pride. That's my scales and my pride. Hey, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh. Hands up high, heels on beat. Praise in the club, praise in the street. Halo over this laid out lace. A little gloss, whole lot of grace. They see the charm, but He sees the core. He opened doors I ain't asking for. So I two-step, testify, slide every turn. He by my side. I'm a Libra in the light, standing tall in my faith. Pretty smile, holy style. I got heaven on my face. When I move, when I glide, it's the grace in my stride. Balanced by the blood, that's my scales and my pride. That's my scales and my pride. Whoa, left, right, spin it, back, stay true. If you love the Lord, let Him shine. Hey, heart in the clouds, feet on the floor. We give Him the praise, then we give Him some more. I'm a Libra in the light, standing tall in my faith. Pretty smile, holy style. I got heaven on my face. When I move, when I glide, it's the grace in my stride. Balanced by the blood, that's my scales and my pride. That's my scales and my pride.
Hey everybody, this is your girl Creole Butterfly, Libra Butterfly, Coco 929, coming to you from the great state of Kentucky, where the women are beautiful and the horses are fast, or the horses are beautiful and the women are fast. It just depends on what you like. I want to say happy birthday, happy anniversary, happy quinceañera, happy bar mitzvah to Lottie Dottie and every darn body under the sound of my voice. Okay. All right. Y'all know I am. This is the channel of the smooches. So you get a smooch. You get a smooch. Everybody gets a darn blessed smooch. Okay. All right. I am actually packing these love bags. I am meeting in another city with a bunch of women who are spiritually minded and business minded, and we were encouraged to bring something to pass out to other women to demonstrate the love of God. And so I'm creating this whole package, y'all, and it's so beautiful. I actually have these bags that I ordered that you seal them yourself. And inside of each bag, now it's going to be some with these little extra things because there's nothing I can do with them. But in some of the bags, it's going to be 4 things instead of 3. So what I have in the bag is lotion. Hey, Justin Drill. I have lotion in one bag. In the bag. I have lotion, a pen that's made out of a heart, and some lip gloss, and a personal note that encourages their walk. And so what's going to be added to the other bags are these little wash rags. Like they're square. You could add water to them, and they turn into these nice size wash rags where you can wash your body or your face or whatever. So I'm excited about that. So when I get out here, I'm gonna go get them, and the rest of the bags is gonna be filled with those, and everything. So yeah, I love it, and I love that I can meet with other business-minded women that love the Lord, and just want to share love with everybody and things of that nature. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, y'all, I came from my great uncle's funeral today, and to see so many of my family members out there, oh my gosh, y'all, it was crazy, and it wasn't even nearly all of our family. I did a video, but my stupid phone is why I'm looking for a better phone. My stupid phone erased the video, just erased it. Like I went to go upload it to YouTube, and it was gone. It's just gone, and everything. So, but we all got a chance to love on each other. Yeah, it was just wonderful. It was just wonderful, 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 and everything. So I was like, yes, thank you, just Andrea. I hate that Uncle Skip was 97 years old, and he just fell. When he fell, he fractured his hip. When he fractured his hip, he didn't, he got better, but then he didn't recover after that, and so he passed away, and everything. And so, yeah, it was just weird. Just weird, just weird, just weird. But it was beautiful. He didn't want a funeral per se. I will show y'all this right here. Hold on. Hold on. Thank you, cuz. I'm gonna show y'all this picture right here of them putting, the body in the thing right here. Yep. So, you know, it is what it is. We already talking about because we got 3 family reunions this year, y'all. We got 3 family reunions coming up. So it's gonna be kind of crazy because let me show y'all him. Hold on. Hold on. Let me pull it up on another page. Let me see. Where's my cousin's? My cousin's other page. Then we're gonna get into all the things of the things. Hold on. Uh, hold on. I hope y'all having a good Saturday. I have to leave and head to Kentucky. I mean Kentucky. I'm sorry. Head to Louisville. Um, around 3:45. So I'm like, man. And then after that, I've been invited to dinner, a home cooked dinner, and I ain't mad about that. I can't wait to try it. The person is gonna have roast, greens, and I think mashed potatoes or macaroni. I know it's roast with all the fillings, fixings rather. I know that, so I'm looking forward to that. And let me see. Hold on. Hold on. I was trying to find what did he do with the video. Hold on, y'all, because I'm on the right page, but I was looking for the video. The video. I'll just show y'all this picture right here. This was the little miniature birthday party we threw my uncle before he passed away last year in 2025. We didn't know he was going to pass away. He had just got out of the hospital. He was doing good. He wanted so it was a surprise birthday party / family get together and everything. And I mean, we packed that place out. Do you hear me? So, hold on. Let me pull it up. Right here is my great uncle that passed away. Right here in the brown. Right there. That's him. That's the one that he was 97 right here. You see, he's still talking, looking, and all this stuff, expressing how he feel, and all this talking to one of my cousins. This is one of his sons. This is one of his sons, and everything. So yeah, he passed away. We live long. That's why a lot of people be like, "Why you trying to get married, girl? You 50-something years old and all that and stuff." I've been married once and I liked it. I liked it. Okay, y'all don't say nothing when people just trying to get their back broke. Y'all don't have a problem with that. It's okay to get your back broke. I want somebody to break your back in by having sex, but it ain't okay for a woman to want to get married. Okay, got you. I forgot in this day and time, okay, that wrong is becoming right, right is becoming wrong. All right. Anyway, moving forward, let's get into the things of the things. Let me pull it up so y'all can see it. Hold on. Okay. I'm gonna pull this picture up. And I'm gonna give y'all some information about this picture right here. Because it is still Black History Month. I told y'all I'm gonna try to come on all month long and celebrate Black History. Okay. Obi Cabis, Obi Cabis. Okay. Let me see. All right. I'll call her back. Now she gonna call me. Boo. Okay, right here. This is the picture that says, okay, y'all ever heard of the saying, pack like sardines? This is where they get this from. Okay. Pack like sardines. Okay. The phrase pack like sardines is deeply connected to Black history as a literal and metaphoric description of Middle Passage, the brutal oceanic journey of enslaved Africans to the Americas. The connection manifests in three primary ways: slave ship conditions for over 400 years. Transatlantic slave ships were engineered to maximize profit by treating human beings as cargo. Captives were cramped into the dark, disease ridden holds of ships, often chained together and forced to lie on their sides to save space. A configuration historian and survivors frequently described as being packed like sardines in a can. Okay, so that's that picture you see right there. And they literally are packed like sardines. So just in case, just wanted you to know it's Black History Month. So we doing our things to bring awareness in because they're trying to erase us from history, and they're not going to keep doing that. They're not going to do it. We ain't going to let it happen, okay? So I just wanted to give you our vision and tell you guys never forget. Never forget. Do you hear me? Never forget. Okay. So last but not least, before we get into the herb, let me pull up this other one. Hold on. Did I save it? Let me make sure I saved it. Hold on. Okay, let me refresh. I'm still here. I'm just looking at it. What did I do with it? What did I do with it? Uh, I knew I wasn't gonna be able to find this when I needed it, y'all. I knew I wasn't. Is this it? Nope, 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 nope. It shouldn't be that far in my savings. Okay, I don't know what I did with it. I'm sorry. I can't find it. So I'm gonna have to change that. I'm gonna have to change it. Ugh. Hold on, I'll bring up something else and show y'all. Now watch when I get off of here, I'll find it. Come on. This bothers me. It bothers me. I know y'all like, oh, that girl won't come on. I'm gonna show y'all this picture. I just want to know what y'all see. I'm waiting on the computer to bring it up. Not good. Okay, come on. Come on, Boo Boo Kitty. Come on. And the reason why I'm bringing this particular picture up is because my family members is actually in this city. Like I'm gonna say 45% of my AJB, 45% of my family members is actually in this city. That's what's so funny. So that's one of the reasons why I'm bringing this up. I'm gonna change my title because I can't find the other one that I was gonna do. I don't know. I saved it, but like I told y'all, sometime when they go in and take stuff out, they take it out and it disappears from your from where you have it saved. It's weird, but it does happen. And make sure you all can see that picture. Hold on one moment. Then I got to get back to making these bags to pass out. I'm so excited. I love meeting with business women and everything. I love it. So we're gonna have a great time today, and everything. And then I have a dinner. So I'm going straight from the business thing, passing out love bags to women and encouraging them. I'm leaving straight from there and going to the house to eat dinner. Yes. So yeah, busy today. Very, very busy. Okay, y'all can see it. Good, 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 good. Okay. All right. Let's get it. Let's get her done. Confederate Diversity Awareness Month. Okay, day 21. It says if I read that right, I think the captain says this is a UCB camp in Huntsville, Alabama in 1928. I know it's impossible, right? First, that these were Black Confederate soldiers. Second, that they were members of a UCB camp. And third, because 1928 was at the height of Jim Crow. So there is no way these guys would really be hanging out with each other, especially in Huntsville, Alabama. Crazy, right? You've been lied to. Look at that picture. If no more than that, them two on the end, they darkies. Okay. You can look up Black Confederates. If you Google Black Confederates, it should come up in the Black History thing. Okay. Okay. Somebody put right here, they said, first, I think freemen and slaves offered freedom were a vital part of the Confederate Army. Most were in support roles. The Army cannot function without support. I believe only a small number were on the front lines with direct combat positions, but in support roles, they had access to guns if attacked, and they were attacked. So, in that way, they protected supplies, etc. Let me see. So yeah, y'all, this is interesting. So I always want to give y'all something to make you think, or maybe something you didn't know, um, and everything. So yeah, that's what this is about. I want y'all to go back because the Republicans that we have up today is actually not the Republicans of the past. Okay. And I know some of the black people that stood up there on that platform with old dude, hi Larry. You just finished doing some work. I'm about to doze off, but I am too. Okay, thank you. So a lot of people, the Republicans of today is not really the Republicans of yesteryear. The Republicans of yesteryear, y'all, uh, they wanted separate but equal. I don't know how that's gonna work, but whatever. Separate but equal. That's what they were looking for. Separate but equal. Okay. And it only can do that if we have the right amount of access to money, okay, like everybody else do. But if we disproportionate when it comes to finances and stuff like that, then no, separate but equal won't match. It just don't work. So yeah, that's all I'm saying. Separate but equal don't ever work. But I did show y'all, like I said, a picture um, of my family. Now, this is what I found. I see it's good to go to family reunions, our funerals, and things like that. It's good to go to stuff like that because then you find out stuff you didn't know. So, with my auntie and my mom talking earlier today, we was in the car and they was talking about we got a family book, right? We got a family history book that every year, if you have a baby, somebody dies, you get married, like that, anything that changes the family, they add it to the book. Okay, so we can keep track on it. We got like birth certificates, death certificates, writing in there because at a certain point they didn't keep up with certificates. They just wrote down information and they kept it in the family Bible. Okay, so anyway, I didn't know that my grandfather was one of 17 kids. Yes, you heard that right. 17 children. I was like, so we do believe in breeding. We do believe in having a lot of children. Okay, because y'all know I had 9. I'd be proud to say how many kids I got because I don't look like I got any for real. But I had 7 girls, 2 boys. So I'm like, why have but it's a lot of us. And I told y'all on one side of my family, uh, my great grandmother was one of 22. Okay. So back then they was breeding. At least in my family, they was breeding. Okay. So, but it was great to be just surrounded by my family members, blood members and stuff. And I hate for the reason we was there, but it was just good to be in the midst of all of that love and that history and it just was. And I was meeting people I'd never seen before, real talk, family members. That's why I say I keep meeting new family members. I keep meeting a lot of them because our family is so big and everything. And then kids have kids. I told y'all my one uncle, he's really my cousin, y'all, but he's so much older than me. I call him my uncle, okay? But my one older cousin, uh, I told y'all he had 36 kids, and he's one of 10. So just imagine, and then all his brothers have at least 8 to 10 kids they sell. So Yeah, they daddy is the one that passed today. So, honey, I'm telling you, just with them alone, okay. And then I told y'all my mama is one of 13, okay, and their kids had kids, okay, and then their grandkids had kids. So yeah, we large out here. We we large out here, okay. So told y'all I was working at this establishment, and everybody used to say, you and that girl over there look alike. And me and her used to talk all the time. And somebody said it in front of her one day, and she said, "Yeah, cuz like that." So we just start calling each other cousin. I said, "Wouldn't it be funny if we really was kin?" And uh and she said, "Yeah, it would be funny. Yeah, it would be funny." And come to find out, we was all talking, and we was talking about, it was a Friday, and we was talking about, she said, "Girl, what you doing this weekend?" I said, "Going to a family reunion." She said, "Me too." Like it. And my other cousin was standing there. She said, "Now me and the other girl, we was cousins, and we knew we was kin. And she said, "Wouldn't it be funny if we all kin?" Y'all, guess what? We all showed up at the same family reunion, and we was all kin. Real talk. Our parents are first cousins. Imagine that. And me and her look alike. That's what's so funny. We same height and everything. She passes my sister. Genes is strong. Let me tell you one more thing. My best friend, her mama called me one day. She was over my best friend's house. Her mama called me one day, and her mama said, "Coco, this is Jan." I said, "Hey, Miss Jan, how you get my?" I said, "Tanya called you for me." She said, "Yeah." She said, "Do you have any family in Alabama?" I said, "I got a lot of family in Alabama." And she said, "For real?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "Do you know somebody?" And I said, "Sounds familiar, but I'm not sure." She said, "I'm gonna send you a picture." So she sent the picture. I said, "Yeah, it's my cousin." She said, "Girl, Tanya's son just had a baby by her." She said, "We looked at that baby." She said, "Tanya said it looked like Coco." She said, "It sure do." She said, "Baby, this baby look just like you." I said, "Girl, our genes are strong." She sent me a picture. That child looked like she could have been mine. Our genes is just strong like that. And then I'm funny looking because with all the stuff I got mixed. So. But that's why you need to know who your people is and everything. And, it just trips me out, y'all. It just trips me out. So I'm like, okay. But I'm excited to be a businesswoman, sharing my space with other business women and just passing out love to other women. Okay. Just passing out love to other women. Because we need to love on each other. With so much hate in the world, y'all, somebody got to do it. And I usually deal with the homeless, but today it's going to be just about women. And like I said, I was recording a funeral. Well, not the funeral, because we didn't have a funeral. We had a gathering. I was recording it, and like I said, my phone deleted it, and all the pictures showed up. You know, so I'm like, okay, well, I don't know what happened, but it's gonna be beautiful. I might record it. I might not. I don't know. I might record it if I can. I'm looking for a new phone as I speak. Um, and everything. Now, let me tell y'all something. Somebody came up to me and said, "You ever think about getting on Plenty of Fish?" I said, "Plenty of who?" I ain't know nothing about no plenty of nothing. I said, "Plenty of who?" They said, "Plenty of Fish." I said, I asked my son. So when I got here, I asked my son, I said, "You know anything about something called Plenty of Fish?" He said, "Yeah. Who told you about that?" I said, "It was a lady and a man actually told me I need to get on Plenty of Fish because that's how they met and married." And he said, "Mama, no, that's not for you." He said, "That's not for you. Ain't no quality nothing on there." He said, "I don't care what happened with him." He said, "Ain't no quality nothing on there. And I hate to have to pull my finger out on somebody." He said, I've been doing good, not going to jail." And I was like, "Oh, it's like that." And he said, "Yeah." I said, "Oh, okay. Well, nope, won't be no plenty of no fishes." It won't be no plenty of no fishing and everything. And so one of my cousins told me to get on Facebook Meets. That's where a whole lot of, people meet and date on Facebook meets. Y'all, let me tell you something. I ain't got to do that because I got so many men that hit my daggone page on Facebook. It's crazy. Every time I go on that page, I got an inbox. Can we meet? Are you married? Can you friend me? All this stuff. And I start asking people, do they have a dating app or something on Facebook? Because I'm getting all these strange men hit my inbox and stuff. What the what? So it just is what it is. Let me see. I've been stuffing these things while I'm talking to y'all. Oh, I forgot to do the herb. Let me do the herb real quick. I apologize, y'all. I thought we was done. One thing. Okay, if you look on my community wall, I talked about copper. Okay, so let's get into the things of the things. Copper. Hold on one moment. I think I'm gonna put extra in these because they don't have. What's missing? A lotion. Okay. Anyway, copper is one of the best minerals you can have. So I'm going to do the deficiency of copper, okay? If you have a deficiency, this is what the deficiency looks like. A copper deficiency, if you have joint pain, which is muscle and joint issues, it could be a copper deficiency. If you have stunting of growth in children, it could be a copper deficiency. If you have paleness in your cheeks, it could be a copper deficiency, and it's based on anemia. If you have a very bad case of anemia, it could be a copper deficiency. Copper puts the iron in your cells and in your body, okay, to where it shows up. If you have soreness or weakness, especially after a week out, it could be a copper deficiency. If you have fragile bones, it could be a copper deficiency. If you have arthritis or osteoarthritis, okay, it could be a copper deficiency. If you have inflammation of the skin like rashes and hives, copper deficiency. Now, here's another thing right here. Most people, they got this right here. If your thyroid is acting up, or if you have low thyroid, okay, some of the symptoms you're going to have is hair loss, lower body temperature, poor circulation, dry skin. That is a copper deficiency. And if you just stay tired, y'all, all the time, copper deficiency. So y'all can go back and listen to this video, okay? Take you some notes. Think about how your body is set up and everything, and just see whether or not that you're dealing with any of those symptoms, and try to get you a pure copper cup and start drinking out of your copper cup or copper utensils, or wear copper around your neck, okay? If you do that and everything. So, but anyway, y'all, you know what I always tell y'all, okay? Andrea, I'm gonna try to get with you later on today, boo. If you're gonna be at work, I understand. JB, I might call you while I'm stuffing these bags. Boy, you know how I do it. And y'all, not next. And
from Kentucky to the world,
always do your best.
sitting on the scale. Creole butterfly, spread them wings, girl. Yeah. Born to shine, leave a balance in her soul. Creole roots deep, got that heart of gold. Butterfly in motion, grace when she